Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's episode, which is Erika Jayne exposed yet again for lying to the press, trying to, twist the news and the narrative about her fraud and legal problems and lawsuits. She's been caught multiple times in lies, but it's only getting worse. And also, her feud with Sutton is just heating up. In the last episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it was foreshadowed of their, falling out to come. I think Sutton falls out with Kyle first and then with Erika. So we're going to get into it. But before we do that, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. So just as a bit of background, let's not forget all of the shady things Erika Jayne has done. One, she has been lying about the $750K million diamond earrings. Don't forget that she has also gone after content creators who are talking about her in her lawsuits. And also don't forget she got Dirty Diana Jenkins to put out that fake press release saying that Diana had donated $100,000 to the victims when she hadn't. Remember, that was all fake. She set up some fake charity and was basically like, well, if you guys donate to my charity, which I get, I can charge fees and I can make a profit from, it's also a tax break, up to $100,000, then I'll give that what's left over to the victims. Remember? It was all a big fraud, fake narrative, fake news, fake press release. But let's get into what's happening now. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Erika Jayne is now being accused of spreading false info to the press regarding her former $750,000 earrings. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star also threw shade at her co-star Sutton Stracke, claiming she wants to, quote, to be liked by the fans and is playing that game. No, Erika, Sutton is just likable and you're just not. And she's liked by fans because we like her. And it's just a hot mess, Erika. Just stop it. In 2020, Erika's estranged husband, Tom Girardi's creditors pushed him into bankruptcy after the attorney was accused of managing his law firm, Girardi Keese, in the manner of a Ponzi scheme. Erika herself faces a $25 million lawsuit concerning the money Tom allegedly used to pay bills for her company, EJ Global. Radar Online obtained court documents in which the trustee who presides over Girardi Keese's bankruptcy claimed Erika isn't owed any money. Exactly. Side note, if she's claiming that she's owed money and owed the gifts, that's even sicker than trying to keep everything. Because in fraud cases, when somebody, defrauds people and they get their money by stealing it, even if the person who receives the money and receives the gifts weren't the person who stole it, they're still not legally allowed to keep it because it was gotten with stolen funds. You look up any fraud case, they have to give the money back. Like, for example, there's this big fraudster named Jay Howe or something like that. He was, I think, either Filipino or Korean or Chinese. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just can't remember what his exact nationality was, but he was pretending like he was this billionaire dynasty guy, and he was doing maybe Malaysian, maybe he was from Malaysia, and he did this whole, again, Ponzi fraud scheme, and he was working with Leonardo DiCaprio, with the model Miranda Kerr, with Common, with Alicia Keys, all these celebrities and stuff, and he gifted them millions of dollars and throwing all of these parties with Jamie Foxx. And when his whole scheme got found out, all of those celebrities had to give back the gifts. Miranda Kerr had to give back $8 million in jewelry. Leonardo DiCaprio had to give back an Oscar that the guy had bought for him. It was some famous person's Oscar, like Marlon Brando's or something. So just because you yourself did not commit the crime doesn't mean you get to keep the fruits of the crime. So Erika, shut up. But let's keep going. The trustee alleged that Tom brought Erika the diamond earrings with clients' money, and the trustee requested that Erika turn over the jewelry, which is standard practice. The star unsuccessfully tried to oppose the request. She then filed to appeal the ruling, but the jewelry was auctioned off for $250,000 before the court was able to rule. Don't forget, the person who bought the jewelry, the earrings, was Ronald Richards, the lawyer who is very vocal about exposing Erika Jayne, Jen Shah, and other reality star types with their legal fraud. He is very vocal. He's all over the place. He gave them to his wife. I believe her name is Lauren, and she's gorgeous, and she loves to clap back and shade the hell out of Erika. I actually think his wife would have been a better new addition to the show as a housewife than Anne Marie. We've yet to really see Anne Marie, and maybe I'm going to change my mind, but I already know I don't like her. She doesn't seem very likable to me. I think it's going to be a very forced housewife. I think Kyle is pretending to be her friends with her, but they're not really friends. And she's going to come in hot going after Crystal in order to prove herself to Kyle, right? But I think it would have been interesting if they would have gotten Ronald Richards' wife on the show. That would have been very interesting. The trustee is now telling the court the district court affirmed the trustee's position that regardless of whether the money was commingled and therefore the earrings were property of the state or the property of the beneficiaries of the trust account, Erika, as the recipient of the fruits. One second. Sorry, you guys, I had a little sneeze. Okay, here we go. As the recipient of the fruits of the money stolen from the trust account, does not have any right or interest in the earrings or the proceeds of the sale thereof. Exactly. You cannot reap the benefits of fraud. No one can. Not the wife, not the husband, not the kids, not celebrities, not your friend. Nobody is legally allowed to reap the benefits of fraud. It's just not how our legal system works. The trustee added, the district court's order implicitly indicated that these funds either belong to specifically identifiable clients or the estate and should be administered by the trustee. In all events, Erika no longer has a dog in the fight. So basically they're saying, look, the money, the jewelry, the proceeds from sales should go to the victims, should go to the clients who got stolen from. Erika doesn't really have a leg to stand on. Okay. The trustee also alleged that the star and her PR team spread false information to the press. I believe that 100%. Like, I think Erika 100% has spread false information to the press and the media and to other content creators. As a content creator, I'm not going to name any names of other content creators that I believe she definitely has on her payroll because that's not really my place to do. But I do believe that she has paid off content creators. She's paid off, the media and the press and blogs and spread false information. She's also attacked content creators who have gone against her and all of that situation. So Erika, girl, bye. Erika has falsely allowed her PR team to suggest she won the appeal and has gone so far as to suggest she is entitled to the proceeds from the sale, stated the trustee. As the court knows and the district court affirmed, the buyer of the earrings has no further exposure as a result of the sale. The auctioneer and other professionals have already been paid for the work related to the sale. The proceeds of the sale under any scenario are not Erika's. They are the clients whose funds were misappropriated. 100%. The bankruptcy trustee continued, the money used to purchase the earrings in either estate property or the client's property, but it is not Erika's property under any scenario. This undisputed finding by the court, and the district court precludes Erika from any claim to the proceeds from the sale of the earrings. She cannot profit from her husband's theft of his client's money, and that should be cleared up in any order or finding by this court. Another thing that Erika and her publicist and PR team have been exposed for is, don't forget last season. Remember when everything was coming out about Kathy, when she allegedly said, all these horrible things in Aspen? Kathy was a homophobe, she was a racist, she was an elitist, blah, 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 blah. And it got exposed that it was Erika's PR team who was leaking all of this stuff to the press and to the media and to the blogs. And that pretty much turned out to be fake news, again, lying on Kathy. Do I think Kathy went off about Kyle and maybe some of the other chicks? Yeah, but who wouldn't? She was pissed off. Kyle was being annoying. The girls were being disrespectful to her. Everybody has a breaking point. Do I think Kathy went on some homophobic racist rant? No, I think that was fake news planted by Erika's PR team because they wanted a bigger fire to look at than Erika's. One thing her publicist is known for doing is, if my client is in a lot of hot water, we create hotter water for people to talk about. Don't look at Erika and her fraud. Don't look at Erika and her schemes. Look at Kathy, look at Kathy, look at Kathy. And they thought it'd be the Kathy takedown season to take the heat off of Erika, and it completely backfired. So I 100% believe this because it's happened before. All right. Speaking to TV Insider, Erika shared her wish to move on from the years-long issues. I want to move on, said the star. And what I mean by that is, I want to move on. I want others to let me move on. It is time for everyone to put down the pitchforks. Everybody would put down the pitchforks, Erika, if you admitted your guilt in this, that you knew what your husband was doing. And even if you didn't know, you don't care. And that you've been, maligning the victims and thinking that everything belongs to you, and you've been going off on everybody. The reason why we can't move on is because you haven't taken any accountability. And how can the victims move on when they still don't have their money? So if you really wanted people to move on, and if you really had a heart, why don't you use the proceeds of your Vegas residency to pay the victims back? You have Range Rovers and, all of these big cars. You're living in a multi-million-dollar mansion in West Hollywood. You have the Bravo paycheck. You still have all of the million-dollar paintings, the designer clothes, jewelry, glam squad, your hair extensions line, your Vegas residency. You have a lot of money, Erika. You do. You have a lot of money. Don't forget the slush funds that Tom Girardi set up for you in offshore accounts. We already know about the Wells Fargo one. There was $500,000 in that one. And that's just one that we know about. So you clearly have other slush funds that he set up for you. Why don't you use that money to pay some of the victims back if you want people to move on? Shut up, Erika. Erika then addressed her co-star Sutton amid the start of season 13. I think Sutton is very much wanting to be liked by fans and wanting to play that game, she explained. I don't know what game Sutton is playing, but she's playing one. Oh, Erika, shut up. But I want to know what you guys think. I'm not looking forward in like a negative way, but in more of like I'm ready to be entertained, because this is entertainment. It is a show. I want to see what really happens between Sutton and Erika. I want to see what goes down with them. What starts it off? Is it just the Magic Mike thing that happens when Sutton gets upset? Is it something else that pops off? I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens between Sutton and Erika. And also, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Erika and her PR team are feeding content creators and the press and the blogs and media a false narrative about where she stands with the fraud suits and everything? I personally think it's true. I think she is. Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. And what do you think about this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Are you watching? Because I am. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.